Okay, so we're going to start our first project. We're going to do one project all together while we're going through boot camp, and then we're going to start doing different types of projects. But the first project we're going to do is what I'm calling the I Am project, and it's basically an identity project where you're going to make a collage about yourself. So you should have probably, before watching this video, had a sheet that looks like this, where you put your name and there's this thing that says I am in the center, and you probably filled in a couple of bubbles, like I am a teacher, or what you might put something like I am a student at James Lick, I like to play soccer, I am an artist, I am a brother, whatever you are, you're going to fill this out. So you have some sort of brainstorming about who you are and your identity, which basically means who you are already. So the next thing we're going to do is this is going to end up being a collage. So a collage means things that you have assembled from somewhere else. So our main material that we're going to be collaging with is magazines. So after you've filled this out, you're going to, with your group, the first step is just to start collecting pictures. So as you're going through, I'm going to pull this down so you can see the magazine. As you're going through, you might find, like, I'm not an orange, but, I really like the way this orange looks, and that might be part of my collage. Maybe it means, like, I am healthy, or I don't know what it might mean. All right, but I'm just looking through this collage. Okay, there's, like, this is a fashion magazine. There's all kinds of different magazines, so here's another kind. I think this is like an art supply magazine, but that doesn't have very much in it, so I'm just going to put that one aside. There's sports magazines, there's nature magazines, space shuttle, not really me. I am a mother, I could maybe cut that out, but I don't really like the way that one looks. Oh, I like this, because this looks like this woman is like a teacher or something of these kids, and I am a teacher, so I can rip or tear it out. I'm just collecting. So right now I'm just gathering images that I think, I'm not a smoker. I'm not going to get cigarettes. Let's see. What else? I'm just going to, basically what you're going to be doing now is just kind of flipping through magazines. And if you see something that you think is you, oh, I like the look of this girl, and I don't really know what it would, maybe it's something like I am original, or I am unique. I really like her pink hair. All right, you're going to pick different things than I would pick, all right? But you're just like things that it might just be pictures you like the look of, and then you'll decide how you're going to use them later. Or like you might have put, I am a soccer player, and you find a picture of a soccer player. Ooh, look at all these. These are like pictures of art here, and I really like art. So that could be like the part that I am an artist. I don't know. So you're going to do this for you, and everybody's going to be collecting different images. I want you to try to collect at least 25 to 50 images that you are going to maybe use in this collage, okay? Once you have collected all your images, I'm going to give you a piece of plastic. I want you to put your images in your piece of plastic, and that way you'll have them for when we start designing the actual collage itself, okay? So we're now at the second part of the video, so you should have gotten all your images together, and the next thing you're going to want to do is sort of design your composition, the way things are going to be arranged on your page. All right, so we're just kind of assembling it now. I'm going to give you a piece of paper. We're not necessarily going to sketch this one out, because sometimes you can't really sketch out things that you've found. You have to sort of arrange them, but we're not gluing them down yet. We're just kind of getting our ideas down, okay? So I'm going to give you this piece of paper, and everyone's going to have a black piece of paper, and now we're kind of in the cutting phase. So I have all of these images that I've collected, and I am going to start to assemble them on the page, the ones that I really like, okay? So, you have to sort of decide. This is where you're kind of going to decide. And if you want to, I can also give you some Sharpies if you want to draw on the images, or if there's text you want to write. The other thing I didn't mention in the other one is, as you're collecting your images, you might actually want to get words too. Like this one says genius. I'm a genius. So I'm going to, I really like that word. because I think we're all geniuses. It's just finding the right path for yourself, okay? You are going to collect, you're just basically going to start cutting out the part of the image you like. So see, I tore this out because I like this woman, and she kind of like she was teaching these kids, and I'm a teacher, and that's part of my identity. But like, I don't want to just glue this down like it is. It's ripped out. What you want to do is you want to start cutting anything out that you don't want, and maybe even cutting along like the parts that are interesting. So I might even like cut along the children's heads and the potential teacher head, right? So it makes this look really cool. And I'm going to start thinking about like how it would fit together, okay? So you might get a bunch of images, and you might decide like, I'm just going to, with all of my images, I'm just going to like overlap them, and my whole page is going to be a collage like this, okay? Where you put words and you put collages together. Or you might decide to do something where you put I am in the center, and maybe you have different designs that come out with the different colors and things like that. And it might have words that say like genius, I am a genius, I am an artist, I am healthy, I am a sister, right? You're just going to play around with all of the things that you have, all of the images that you found, and you're going to find some interesting way to assemble them on the page. Remember, we are not gluing these down yet. We're just kind of playing around with it. If you need to snap a photo of it or something to remember, like if the bell rings or it's time to clean up and you don't want to lose what you're doing, you can kind of snap a photo of it. Okay, we are just arranging the objects in an interesting way that reflects your identity. This should take maybe at least 1 to 2 days, maybe even more, to really become happy with how you have it, okay? After that, we'll go to the next section. Okay, you should have arranged everything on your page, and now it's time to start gluing things down. So I'm going to give you a glue stick. You should have your composition, how you like it, all right? And you're going to start gluing things down on the page. The last thing that you might want to do is like add an embellishment. So I might introduce some other media like Sharpies or something else that you might end up adding something else beside it. Like maybe here on these oranges, like I want to write the word healthy. Okay, or like I might end up, changing some image on the eye. I don't know. Whatever you want to end up doing, if you want to embellish it a little bit, we can. You might just be a purist and you might want to keep it just a collage as it is. So the last step is gluing it down, adding embellishments, and when you turn it in, make sure it has your name on the back. And this is our I Am project.